Welcome everybody back to another episode of Rankings, and on today's episode I am going to rank the Terminator franchise. I'm kind of curious, and basically I want to just go through all the 5 of the films and just give you my little brief thoughts on each one and why they are in this particular order. So without further ado, here are my rankings. Coming in at number 5 is Terminator Salvation. Even though this film is actually a decent film and I can watch it, it is actually the least watched of all the Terminator films. I don't really go back to this film and watch it that much. Christian Bale and Sam Worthington do a good job in this film. Christian Bale does a good job as John Connor in it. It really was a good movie. It's just, like I said, it's just not one of those Terminator films that I actually go back and watch that often. Now, if it's on TV or something, yeah, I actually I leave it on it and I actually finish watching it. But, to be honest, it was, to me, not the best of the series. And I'm going to tell you, this was really hard to put Terminator Genisys at number 4 over Salvation. The only reason why I kind of put Genisys over Salvation was because of the fact of I'd actually catch myself rewatching this film a lot. But there is so much fucking wrong with it. In the first place, they gave a spoiler out that John Connor was going to be the bad guy of the movie, and it was also in the fucking trailer and everything. And it was not a good film. There's a lot wrong with the film, but for some reason I do watch this one more than Salvation, and I really should. It'll probably be vice versa in reality. Jai Courtney is just fucking awful actor. He only does good in, I can't even think one fucking movie that he does good in. And then, of course, Emilia Clarke is just, she's beautiful to look at. So I love looking at her. And I did not mind her so much as Sarah Connor. But it does make you miss, Linda Hamilton as Sarah Connor in this film. And I just didn't, I don't know if I liked a lot of the direction that they went in this film. But like I said, this one's at number 4 on my list. Coming in at number 3 is Terminator 3, and this movie gets a lot of slack as not being a good sequel to basically Terminator 2. But to be honest, I thought it was actually a very good movie. Yes, there is hiccups in it that I did not like. Some things that shouldn't have, could have went without. I didn't mind Christina Loken as the Terminator. I thought she did a great job. But after the phenomenal movie that was Terminator 2, to get this as a sequel, it kind of was lackluster on comparison. But to be honest, I still think this was a decent sequel, and it's definitely one that I don't mind going back and watching all the time. So that's where I stand with this. Probably my worst thing I didn't like about it was Nick Stahl as John Connor, but that's it, basic of it. Coming in at number 2 is the first Terminator movie, released in 1984, bringing us Arnold Schwarzenegger that we all, knew, just this catapulted his career with his I'll Be Back and everything, and actually did good wonders for Linda Hamilton as well in this movie. But yeah, even though this is the original, and most people, always usually like the original better than any sequels or anything, to be honest, I actually don't remember really watching this until after Terminator 2 came out. I don't know if it was just because maybe I was on the younger side, so therefore it took a little while to get to it. It's still a great film and everything, so I'm not going to, slacking on that. But it is definitely, if you haven't watched this film, definitely watch this if you're a Terminator 2 fan or any Terminator fan whatsoever. And of course, coming in at number 1 is Terminator 2 Judgment Day. Back in 1991, this was the biggest movie that there could be, and it was actually a very good movie, a very good sequel. James Cameron directed a great sequel with this film, and Arnold Schwarzenegger, it was just another hype to his popularity when this movie came out. He was already big with having the first Terminator, Predator, stuff like that, and then this movie came out and his fame skyrocketed with this film. And it was just, like I said, it was a great film. They made him the hero and everything. Linda Hamilton returned, and she did a great role as Sarah Connor, as a different role than she was in the first film. So overall storytelling in Terminator 2 was really, really good. Robert Patrick is the T-1000, just fantastic. So, and to be honest, this, of course, is one of my favorite movies of all time. No matter how many times it's on, I'm watching it because it is just a great film altogether. Okay, everybody, that concludes my rankings of the Terminator franchise. If you have any comments or anything, leave them in the box below. If you want to see me do any full review on any one of these certain movies, just let me know, and I will do it on my throwback and rewind videos. If you're not a subscriber, please subscribe, and that has been an episode of Rankings for you guys.